The loyal fans of this show, the best show to come out of a basement yet, live from my mother's basement, here at Christmas time, it's me, Johnny. Hooray! I wanted to do this video, and I wanted it to be part frustration, but also part giving credit where credit is due this year for a couple of things in wrestling that I thought stood out. It's my take on stuff. It's all opinionated. I didn't poll anybody. This is just my thoughts as a fan. I hope this doesn't take 20 minutes. I know I make long videos, but I really want to wrap this up, and I want to get your thoughts on it. And the main thing is, I really want people's feedback. If you take the time to watch it, even just leave like a one-line comment, guys, and let me know if you agreed with something, if you would have picked somebody else for a particular award, whatever. Let's get right into it. The most surprisingly enjoyable story this year, 2012. I realize it's just about over. Maybe you'll get another week out of it. The most enjoyable story to me so far this year, it was a surprise anyway, that I went in with no expectation and thought honestly that it was going to be crap, and came away really, saying to myself, I should have given it more of a chance in the beginning, and maybe I would have even enjoyed it more. Goes to Daniel Bryan and Kane. Team Hell No. I think they really pulled off something special with that. Even if it's kind of puttering out now, like an old car, just kind of can't run anymore. I think that when that first started and the vignettes with the mental health guy and everything else that really showed that WWE knew how to make a storyline not only feel like it was funny, but to feature it enough to make it prominent and to see that was what their bigger vision was for the storyline and where it was going to go. The biggest failed character of the year. This should come as no surprise to anybody that I picked Antonio Cesaro to win this award. Honestly, they haven't tried anything different with him besides taking away Oksana. He still has the same shit gimmick that relatively nobody cares about. Although he has decent quality of matches, normally his opponents are to be desired. And I understand that he's in like an undercard title kind of feud. The US title really hasn't met a whole hell of a lot since even 2010. But this is something that should really be taken more seriously by WWE. And I think it's time to drop the title from Cesaro, move on, hopefully do a fucking repackage entirely, like something completely different, because I mean, as much as he could get away with the same character if he had just a few tweaks, or if he was allowed to be the un-American guy and to do it in a way that didn't seem completely corny. And what the fuck is this anyway? I don't understand this. So, biggest failed character goes to Antonio Cesaro. Most entertaining character this year to me. And this took a lot of thought. I didn't just jump to a conclusion on this one. I go to TNA for this one. Joseph Park in TNA, to me, has been the most entertaining character. And in the recent weeks, with the whole wrestling school angle that he's going to go in there, with him not knowing where his brother Abyss is, and yet he snaps, sees blood, and he becomes Abyss. Like, I really like where this is going. I never liked Abyss before. I thought that the bullshit with Hogan's Hall of Fame ring was bullshit. I didn't care for him. I thought he was a really bad Kane ripoff all these years. Like, I've never really seen anything special in him until this year, with this ability to transcend his own character and to show us that he really is entertaining. And I think that was what was missing in his character to begin with. When he had the Monster Ball match with Bully Ray, I really didn't give a shit. And it wasn't until he really started putting on this Joseph Park act that I cared. So kudos to him, and thanks to TNA for at least being brave enough to do this. The same old shit award. I know that this is kind of in the beginning of the video, and I think it's for good reason, because I could bitch about this guy to no end if it was toward the end, and I really wouldn't have a time limit on it. But since it's right here, kind of in the beginning, I'm not going to say too much other than John Cena wins the same old shit award, and it should come as no surprise. No matter how many times he loses, no matter how many times the fans boo him, the company will never do anything different with him. His character is the same lame-ass thing it's always been. And honestly, it's part of the reason I don't watch Raw anymore. I just get some highlights, you know. If somebody says, oh, you gotta see this, then I see it. But anything that really involves him anymore, I just could give a fuck. You know, I'm an adult now. I'm not 6 anymore. I'm not cheering the Ultimate Warrior, you know, going like fucking balls to the wall nuts because this guy's hitting the ring at 1,000 miles an hour and having a 3-minute match. Not that Ryback does it for me either, guys, but, you know, I'm not 6. I'm not 8. I'm not 12. I'm nowhere near as impressionable anymore. I'm a 29-year-old man. John Cena, to me, is the epitome of suck right now. He has maybe 1 or 2 good one-liners within like a 5-month span, and then he's just always in the main event, always near the top, for no good reason. We're going to go to the worst storyline of the year. I know this is 2 negative things back to back, but this is kind of the way that it just came to me, so deal with it. Claire Lynch storyline in TNA is the worst storyline of 2012. Hands down. That's to me, anyway. It's my opinion. If you agree, great. If you don't, I don't know what the hell you're going to find that was worse than this. I mean, this was bad, and it went on for a long-ass time. It should have died. It should have died very quickly. It didn't. Now we go to something good, the best tag team match. And honestly, to me, the best tag team match that I've seen this year was at Slammiversary for TNA. The tag team titles match there between Kurt Angle and AJ Styles on one team and Kaz and Daniels on the other. They worked the hell out of that match. It was a wonderfully done match, and I don't know, I really thought that was something special. It really made me have a feel-good moment as a fan, and I was very happy to have watched that with the people that I did watch it with. Now, the Needs to Be Let Go award. And by this, I mean completely fired from the company, released. See you later. Good luck in your future endeavors. Sin Cara. Sin Cara is a terrible professional wrestler here in the American style. He's somebody they brought in, forced right to the top, you know, like into a big spot on TV when he wasn't really ready. You know, he should have been sent developmental. Instead of bringing in a guy, you know, the WWE could have done, like, say, Antonio Cesaro's tag team partner there, fucking Chris Hero or whatever. They keep him in developmental for like 3 or 4 years, and they put Sin Cara right on our television. It's ridiculous. It's a sham, and nobody out there in fucking YouTube land that can hear my voice and see my face right now could possibly disagree with me. If you want to defend it and say Sin Cara's been getting better ever since they stuck him with Ray, they're going to have a one-off match at WrestleMania maybe between him and Ray, and what the fuck is it going to do for his career? Probably nothing. This guy botches all the time. He gets injured all the time. He's a fucking liability, and he's terrible. And I don't want to see him on my TV anymore. Hands down. Now, most in need of a push. Again, I turned to WWE on this one. I know I said that I had tuned out of Raw, but there's certain segments that I YouTube and that I watch because I like people in that company, younger people that really stand out to me. And you can hear it in videos all over the place here, not just mine. You know, if you're Off the Rope Show, British Fist, whatever fan, those are just 2. I'm sure there's lots of other people out there saying the same thing. Damien Sandow reminds us of an old school heel. Kind of a little bit Macho Man Randy Savage, a little bit Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. I mean, shit, even a little bit Nick Bockwinkel to me. But he needs a push. This guy needs to go do something. He's very talented. I think he's going to be extremely over. He can play that character just wonderfully. It's such a simple idea, and he does it so well. It's like fucking poetry in motion watching him in the ring. Everything that he does, from the way he pulls the ref, to the way that he stalls, to the way that he just fucking talks. It's like, he's brilliant, and he needs a push. The most disappointing return award. Again, WWE. This goes to Wade Barrett. You know, they built up this guy's return for so long, and he was supposed to go chase a world title, and he was supposed to be a big deal, and now he's jobbing to Kofi Kingston. Can't even win the Intercontinental strap. Bullshit. Honestly, bullshit. You want to take a guy's steam and totally kill it, destroy it. This is the way to do it. This is no way to build him up to be a future Royal Rumble winner. This is no way to build him up to face a guy like an Undertaker, who had called him the future of the business, mind you. It's just garbage. And to see the way that they fucking put Wade Barrett in as this pugilist, street fighter, knock you the fuck out type of, gimmick, and then he hardly gets to do it. Or he's winning by pinfall. Or he's not wearing street fight clothes. Or whatever. Just stop. Just do something else. This guy should have came back and fucking tore ass. And then they gave away matches between him and Sheamus on free TV, which they could have done in a legitimate feud with him and Sheamus over that fucking title. Britain hates Ireland type deal. And it would have been legitimate heat. And, just dumb. Best Improved on the Microphone award this year. It's going to go to TNA, to Kaz, and Daniels. This doesn't mean best on the microphone. This is best improved on the microphone. And I believe that over the last year, Kaz went from a guy that could barely tie his shoes in a promo segment to a guy that, if given the right other supporting character like a Daniels, who's amazing on the microphone, by the way. And if you don't think so, you're just fucking shitting on it for no reason. Kaz and Daniels as a tag team this year have been entertaining as shit to me. And they've really done a great job in doing what they're supposed to do, is getting the crowd to turn on them when they want to help establish Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez as, ultra baby faces, even if hardly anybody's buying it. And it made it feel like a big spot when they won the titles from them. It really did. Especially when they won them instead of AJ and Angle doing it and, rekindling that feud. So I really think that overall in 2012 that Kaz and Daniels have put on, a clinic on how to take your promos from, say, a C up to like a pretty high B+ on a consistent level. And if you look recently, I think Kaz is really starting to step forward and come into his own in his promo segments now, even with just having this year to work on him and be put in more of that spot. If you look back till even last year and with the Fortune stuff, I really didn't feel like he was anything special. But this year, I think he's really starting to come into his own. The Is It Over Yet award. This took something about, a minute and a half to think of, and it's really fitting. And I think that a lot of us fans are just tired of this. You can be as loyal of a fan to CM Punk as you want, but you have to admit that his title reign is fucking boring. To me, the Is It Over Yet award goes to CM Punk's title reign. Sure, he can be a heel, or he can be a face, and he can do it all. But this title run sucks. And you got nobody else to put against him except for, John Cena for the 800th fucking time. Or for no reason you could put Ryback against him and totally blow that character's momentum with this shit-ass, And just the fact that he keeps reminding us how long it's been. Hey, they're setting you up to lose that title. And whether it happens at WrestleMania, or whether it happens at the Royal Rumble, or if you're even going to be fit to compete now at the Royal Rumble because you've had such a long fucking title reign, and then you go and get yourself injured. Stop. It's absurd. You cut a really great promo back in the summer of Punk. People took notice. Then Triple H stole your fucking momentum. Then you came back after that, beat Del Rio, and have held the title for over a year. Congratulations. You're still a fucking mid-carder. The company does not put all of their fucking eggs in your basket. John Cena's still their boy, and you can't get away from having to face him in the main event to get a main event spot. Sorry, it's boring. I don't care. The last award is going to end on a high note, I think, happily. The Feel Good Moment of the Year award. Feel Good Moment is when I sat there as a fan and said, you know what, this is a surprise, this is awesome. This is why I continue to watch professional wrestling, because they can do shit like this and pull it off and make it feel amazing. When Austin Aries won the title from Bobby Roode in a fucking match that nobody thought they were going to give him a chance in, it was a feel-good moment for me as a fan, and it really inspired in me to keep watching even throughout the rest of this year when some of this stuff has been less than exciting. That's my list. I hope that you guys will at least see where I'm coming from and not just fucking troll it. If you're going to troll it, at least spell correctly. And until next time, guys, everybody have a safe and happy holiday out there. This is Johnny, live from his mother's basement, signing out.